Guys, today we got Nike making one of the most illegal shoes on the planet. Adidas is about to break the internet. We got even more Patta Nikes dropping this Friday. Welcome to the midweek re-up back at Sneaky HQ. We got some exciting stuff coming, but let's run through a little quick release recap because there's been some pretty dope drops. First one, the Kobe Air Forces that I really wanted to get my hands on but couldn't. Let me know if anybody picked these up. And then also on the 24th, we had the Patta Air Max 92 colorways. I struck out as well. I think they were super limited, which was annoying. I wanted to get my hands on the blue pair, so let me know if you grabbed those. Oakley and Travis Scott did a random drop where they had like some t-shirts, they had a hoodie, and then maybe some posters or something. That was about it. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. No glasses, which I thought was pretty strange. Just a couple little pieces of clothing. Let me know if you grabbed any of that. Recap out of the way, let's get into some of this upcoming stuff, and we're going to start it off with Supreme, which is going to be dropping tomorrow. That is Thursday, usual time. This one's looking like a little bit of a skip to me. I mean, there's some t-shirts in here which are pretty cool, but that's about it. These are all the summer tees that are going to be dropping. You also get a speed bag, a denim set which says F denim, I think, on it, like in tiny writing, which you can hardly see. Basketball set, crazy ocean polo, some Ralph ripoffs. Let me know if there's anything that catches your eye, but to me, it's definitely a pass. Right, we got some releases right around the corner. I want to start off with probably one of the most exciting ones, the Adidas Jellyfish. This is the Pharrell collaboration on those shoes that are just like everybody's excited for. It's something new, it's something very different, super chunky, looks cool. They're going to be dropping June the 26th. Now, that release is only going to be in Paris, a very small in-store drop, but it is going to be this color, which is like gray and black, which I thought they would have done the orange pair, but no, this is going to be the debut colorway, which is looking real nice. We've got a bunch of on-foot shots. They even look good with shorts, which is cool because it is a chunkier silhouette. Usually the chunkier the shoe, the bigger the pants you want to pair with it, so seeing that you can still rock them with shorts is dope. So more details on this gets pretty wild. The packaging that these things come in, so it's this huge box, which is cool. And then you get like this blow-up bag that is, I guess, surrounded by water. So that's a little picture of the bag over there. I don't know how they did this, but it is super cool. Okay, so it's not actually surrounded by water, it just kind of looks like it. It's just like an inflated bag. Now, this is obviously going to be like special packaging for this launch release, which is probably going to be like insanely limited, but it does get me excited for something unique when it comes to like the GR packaging. Hopefully they do something more than just a regular box, especially considering that these things are going to retail for $300, which is pretty insane. That immediately puts it in like luxe category, and it's like a regular, you know, mesh runner, at least, well, regular in terms of like the construction, but $300 is crazy. Either way, if you happen to be in Paris, this is the address. It's JJJJound Studio, which is 34 Rue des Petits Écuries. That was butchered to hell, but yeah, it's going to be dropping there. Doors open at 6 a.m. local time. This just means that we should be seeing a global release online pretty soon, and if we do, I'll let you guys know. Something else that's happening right around the corner is a little Jordan brand restock. They call it the Jordan Reserve. This is something that happens quite often, but we haven't had one for a while. And Eldon Monitors, who is a Nike sneaker leaker, he just posted this, which basically he posted a picture of all 6 of these shoes. We got the white cements, we got the brick 4s, we got the SB 4s, we got the what are these, the green Jumpman Jacks, we got the black metallics, and then these, I forget what they're even called because they dropped so long ago, so maybe those are gonna restock. I'm not entirely sure. All he said in the caption was, "I will not confirm nor deny restocks, but I will say select styles I posted will restock at some point via the method that I posted, which is Jordan Reserve." It usually just pops up on the Nike sneakers app and you get time to go and enter up. I missed out on the brick 4s, so I would love to grab those. If the black metallics are going, I wouldn't mind picking up a pair of those because resale on those is crazy, so we'll have to wait and see. As soon as we get some more information, I will let you guys know, but this should be happening very soon. I would say within the next week. Speaking of the Nike sneakers app though, something interesting, a little bit of a change, which I don't think is going to make a massive difference, but apparently you gotta take your L and leave. So there's a new update pushed to the Nike sneakers app, which is going to prevent users from entering a launch again. So this is something that clearly people didn't even know existed. But when you enter for a draw on the Nike sneakers app, usually it says this shoe is sold out in your size, and then you can go back and enter for a different size. Now, I've tried this before and it has never worked. I always assumed it was just some kind of glitch and and you could never actually enter again. Now you definitely can't, because they've fixed that. Anybody who has purchased something from re-entering a draw for another size, you are no longer allowed to do that. The Nike Sneakers app has been making some of these updates to kind of stop bots and do all of this stuff, but it's like, it's too late now. Like, the whole bot problem was mainly like 2-3 years ago. That was just impossible to buy shoes at retail. Now it's not that tough. They're doing like all of the problem solving now when the problem is no longer a problem. Now let's talk about this this Nike Patta collaboration, because we're getting the next two colorways this Friday. So that is June the 27th. That is this black colorway and this light tan or white tan color. There's also going to be some new apparel to go along with it, some more muted tone. The other ones obviously had a lot of neon greens and blues, but one of these is going to be a Patta website exclusive, which thankfully is this black one, my least favorite out of the four. This white one is going to have a Patta release and a Nike Sneakers app release. I definitely prefer the first two, but if I could try and pick up this one, I will, because I want to try one of these out, and obviously couldn't grab the other ones. But yeah, just wanted to update you on this. Anybody who took an L on the other ones or maybe prefer this colorway, is Friday. Another June drop, we've got FKA Twigs collaborating with OnCloud on a new sneaker model. It looks like, at least I've never seen this before, which is interesting because usually OnCloud collaborations are pretty like just, you know, the same shit, just, you know, a name on it. But this actually looks a little bit different. There's going to be 3 different colorways, a black, a white, and a tan one. And all of these are going to be dropping tomorrow. That is the 26th of June. So if you're interested in any OnCloud sneakers, there you go. New Balance is readying what could be one of the most popular upcoming sneakers. I just can look at these things and be like, yeah, everybody's going to be wearing them. This is the New Balance 204L. So this is a shoe that is basically one of those like slender shoes that everybody is rocking now, like the Sambas, the Onitsuka Tigers. I always use those as examples, but this definitely is something that's going to pop off. Retail is going to be around $130 to $140. It has that like sporty aesthetic while also looking like super high quality. Like it's covered in suede. The paneling looks really nice as well. I always said I kind of like this. I'm not a big fan of slender shoes, but this one is not bad. Now, unfortunately, we don't have an exact release date, but since we do have like official images, I imagine this is going to be dropping very, very soon, within the next couple weeks. But we also have a collaboration already going to drop this month in June. This is the Basket Case Gallery drop, which is an all-over gray pair with some pink laces. We don't have any specific release details for this pair. We just know that it's going to be dropping in Paris, so anywhere between June 24th and Sunday, June 29th. This is just going to be like a super limited drop, but a, you know, global release through New Balance is probably going to happen later down the line. Nike also just officially announced their Levi's collaboration pretty early. I mean, this is going to be a July the 10th drop, which I think will be through levis.com, and then a Nike Sneakers app launch on July the 11th. So we've got official release dates. We've got a bunch of images of these things. They're looking to be pretty popular. Like, I think people are pretty excited about this one. So we got some promo images with them on foot. This is the white colorway. We also got the black one over here. I actually quite like the black one with these orange laces. That's a cool little switch up. Of course, they're all rocking the denim set, which I think is also going to be pretty popular. This is the blue colorway on foot. There's just a ton of images, like so many promo shots of these things. They really went all in. We also have official images of these things. You can see them in detail a little bit more. I'd love to know what you guys think of this. Like, are you super hyped about it? For me, it's kind of like, you know, it's okay. It's definitely not going to be my favorite collaboration that Nike's done this year. I don't mind this blue denim pair, but it's not like I'm going to be going head over heels for these things when they do drop. I might put my name in the hat, but I wouldn't lose sleep over not getting them. We've got another JJJound New Balance drop happening very, very soon. This is on the 993. We actually saw these leaked a while ago, like at the beginning of the year. So there was 2 different colorways. This is the image down here that was teased. This is the lighter mushroom pair. And the one that's going to be dropping in July is this one, the darker pair. So it's going to retail for $220. Unfortunately, no specific release date in July, just at some point we can imagine around, you know, halfway through or something like that. It's a nice colorway for sure. Again, something that I'm going to be breaking my neck over. These things are just very mid. But yeah, if you like them, now you know the release date. We just got a detailed look at the upcoming Aqua 8. The Jordan 8 Aqua looking real good. This is such a fun colorway of a sneaker, like nice and wearable, but then just craziness down at the bottom. So yeah, these are the first looks. These are the first official in-hand shots where you can see see all of the details, you can see the quality, see if you like them, if there's any changes. I know you guys want to nitpick on certain things. Release date is right around the corner, July the 19th. Let me know your thoughts and if you're going to be going for them. We just got a little update on the upcoming Fat Joe Terror Squad Nike Air Force One. This is the University Red colorway. It feels like a lifetime ago that they did the black colorway. Like, when the hell was that? Like over a year ago? Either way, we're getting the University Red pair on August the 1st. Now, we do have official images and everything, I believe, so surely these things were delayed for a while, because I remember talking about these for a very long time now. Either way, these are the official shots. You can see if you like them. Again, August 1st. Let me go with the Jordan 1 High 85 Reverse Shadow being really weird. We have had official images of this pair of sneakers for the longest time, and everybody has said they're dropping this summer, they're dropping this summer, but where the hell are they? Stuff with the 85s is real weird. We've seen so many different ones. We know that Jordan Brand is, they're doing basically like they've remade every single original Air Jordan 1 in the updated 85 cut. They've showcased it. A lot of people are speculating that there's going to be some kind of crazy release later on this year. This pair could be part of it, where they just drop all of these original colorways in very limited quantities or something like that. But the fact that we've had official images of these and they still haven't dropped definitely gets me to suspect we'll probably see some kind of bigger release later down the line. I don't know if these are actually going to be dropping this summer. Either way, here are the official images. If we get any updates, I'll let you know. We just got a somewhat release date for the upcoming Infinite Archives Jordan 17 Low. So we got two colorways that are going to be dropping. The purple one, and then also, or is that blue? It kind of looks, it looks blue here, but then purple in this shot. Blue or purple, one of the two, and then also this red colorway. So this is following off of the Lightning pair that they did a while ago. Where is it? Yeah, they did a Lightning collaboration, right? I'm not tripping. I'm pretty sure they did. Like, we got a regular Lightning, and then they did a collaboration one. Either way, these two colorways are going to be dropping this October. I think the 17th as of right now. $300. These are the first shots that we've had. I know some people are really excited about these, so let me know your thoughts, but let's keep it moving. Another October drop is going to be the Chase B Jordan Jumpman Jack. This little Travis Scott collaboration that we're doing, and they look pretty wild. So as you can see, they're going to be doing a full family size run, I believe. There's like preschool and toddler sizes in here, as well as adults. They've got a glow-in-the-dark outsole, which is looking luminous. It says Chase B on the bottom instead of Jack like the other pairs. I assume this wears off just as crazy as the other one. You get an extra set of pink laces. You've got some freaking ostrich leather on these things. Like, look at this. You got the little dimples in there, just like ostrich leather. I don't know whether it's going to be authentic or some kind of, you know, fake ostrich leather. The upper is covered in suede, and then you've also got like a mesh material instead of, it looks a little bit different to the other stuff that we've seen on the regular Jumpman Jack. It's like a little bit of a wider base mesh. You get some Jack insoles with the Jumpman with the little 3 lines above the head. Also, the other pair says Jack, then the other one says Chase B. That makes a lot more sense. There's the glow-in-the-dark soles. These things are pretty cool. It's a nice colorway, and I like that it's a, you know, a little Chase B collab, you know, something with his friend, his producer. I think that's a cool idea. Either way, October the 8th, these things are going to officially launch, I imagine, in extremely limited quantities. Lil Yachty also previewed another Air Force One. This is going to be his third one. This is a black and purple colorway. Probably the least anticipated, at least in my opinion. Like, I would take either of the first two. The colorful one was pretty good, but this one is just, I mean, it's all over black with some slight purple accents. Not bad, not great, just very, you know, straight down the middle. Just nothing crazy about them. I mean, the leather does look more premium, but that's about it. No release date on these, just at some point holiday season for $150. Now, this one's very interesting. We just found out that there's going to be an Eric Koston Nike SB Air Max 95. This man loves these things so much, he's getting his own pair. So this is kind of a triple collaboration. Eric Koston, Nike SB, I guess, if you count that, and then also it's just like a regular Nike Air Max. Now, this colorway does look far better than the, like, I think, what do they call the other one? Like cactus. It's like the purplish one. This colorway is actually really nice. It's got the navy, it's got the light gray, and then it's got the yellow hits. You can see it's got Koston on the tongue as well as Air Max. It's gonna have all of the same kind of updated tooling for the Nike SB version of this. We don't have too many details on it, but it's gonna have some, you know, some slight changes to make them, I guess, more skatable. You got the Nike SB and Air on the back, which is a crazy logo to see. You got some more SB details on the bottom. This is a pretty cool collaboration. You know, I actually quite like this one. The fact that it is with Eric Koston and they've got all the details of that, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. I mean, I think the whole Nike SB Air Max Max thing, it doesn't really make sense in my opinion, but here we go. And if they're going to be doing it, something cool like this fits. It looks like a very retro color. It also looks extremely premium, which it damn should be because they retail for $200. As far as a release, sometime holiday 2025, not entirely sure when. Stranger Things and Nike is going to be doing a special Dunk Low Pack this holiday season as well. $155 retail, but let me show you these things. There's going to be two colorways, but this is the first one. Look at that grain, man. They cracked the hell out of these. So you can see them in detail over here. This is, I believe, the inside, and then this is the outside. So you've got like some detail over here. It's really hard to read this patch. I think it says Nike 1987, but it's got like a super aged midsole, incredibly cracked leather. The laces even look ancient. The tongue looks super old as well. You've got like some distressing on the tongue tag. The tongue tag is upside down, obviously, because, you know, the upside down. The outsoles look actually worn, like not aged. These things look actually worn, unless this is a worn pair. I mean, everything kind of looks upside down. Like these logos are upside down. I mean, it even looks like you got two freaking right pairs over here. Either way, I actually think this is pretty cool. I think it makes sense for this collaboration. You know, like Stranger Things is set in the 80s and the whole vintage idea. It makes sense as far as the storytelling goes. It's a nice colorway. Really down to you how much of a fan you are of Stranger Things and how much you're okay with pre-distressed and just cracked up shoes. Either way, no specific release date, but an interesting one to say the least. Let's keep it moving. Not too far though, because sticking with dunks, we finally just got first looks at the upcoming Nardwuar Nike SB Dunk Low, one of the wildest collaborations of 2025. It looks exactly how we expected, just plastered all over it. Now this is the only shot that we have, so we can't really see if there's any like Nardwuar branding or some kind of like, you know, catchphrases that he says or anything like that. I'm sure there must be if this is official collaboration. Either way, it definitely has that signature plaid, which I think a lot of people will appreciate. Not a great looking pair of shoes though. Really not something I would wear if you ask me, especially when you couple it with the black details. It's an out there funky looking pair of dunks. Either way, I'd love to know what you guys think of this down in the comment section. Would you wear a Nardwuar pair of dunks? We just got some on-foot shots of the upcoming Gamma Air Jordan 11. So this is going to be a December 13th release. You could check them out over here. I don't know if we've taken a look at any detailed images yet of this pair of shoes, mainly mock-ups, but here you go. This is them in all of their glory as part of an insane Jordan 11 release schedule that is going to be happening this December. So be prepped, but this is definitely a pair that's on a lot of people's radar. Let me know what you think. Are you going to be going for them, or is this a pass? But let's talk about Nike's insane sneaker that they are just about to drop. This is the Nike Vomero Premium, and it is wild. This is going to be probably the craziest shoe that Nike has released, at least in recent memory. The sheer amount of foam in these things is unprecedented. It's going to be the largest stack of foam that Nike has ever put in a pair of shoes. 55mm stack height, and it's not any, you know, like crazy dip in the heel or anything like that. Like, it's just a straight 55mm. Now, along with all of the ZoomX foam cushioning, you have these two Air Zoom units in the midfoot as well. So that's there. That's kind of like the Pegasus Premium, except they're two separate little ones. They don't run all the way through. Could be a little bit more interesting, but these things look insane. So this is the Pegasus Plus, which we already knew was insanely huge in terms of the stack height, but this takes it up a whole nother notch. Like, look at these things on foot. Like, that is insane. They kind of look like, you know, when people have that disability where one leg is shorter than the other and they have to wear those specific shoes to help balance it out. That's kind of what this looks like. This is definitely one of the wildest shoes I've seen from Nike in a minute. It's going to be insanely cushioned, and I wonder if they're going to be super comfortable or if they're just too much. We'll have to wait and see, because the release date for these is October the 16th. That's when this colorway debuts. And then we're also going to be getting a launch of the Vomero Plus, which is probably, I mean, it's still super massive, but it's definitely toned down to the point where you could wear them casually running and stuff like that. Full length Zoom X, which I imagine is going to be insanely comfortable. That is an August 7th release for those. So yeah, this is going to be the most illegal shoe Nike has ever made by a long shot. Like, I think they just broke their own stack height record with, was it the Pegasus Premium or something? It was like 46mm, or is the Vomero 18? I think it was 46mm. This one being 55 is just they shot it up 10 millimeters. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section. Would you ever wear them? Because they look insane. But guys, that wraps it up for this week's midweek re-up. We do this every single Wednesday, and don't forget, we do Sneaky Sunday every single Sunday. So subscribe to the channel to always make sure that you're staying up to date. And if you want to catch another video, I'll throw one up just in that corner over there.